England and launching him into the deep. Their bloodlust still raging, the mutineers now searched for their next victim, Jenkins. Quartermaster Samuel Cole yelled to the mate, "Come out of your cabin, you dog!" But Jenkins, who had heard Green struggling with his executioners just moments before, would not budge. Instead, he pleaded, "For the Lord's sake, save my life." The mutineers hauled Jenkins out to the main deck, where Winthrop shattered his shoulder with his now bloody broadaxe, shouting, "He should go over after his commander," as he threw the first mate overboard. Bobbing in the water, Jenkins called out, "For God's sake, throw me a rope." But there would be no help. The mutineers controlled the vessel, rechristening it Fame's Revenge. Their reign as pirates had begun. After electing Fly captain, the pirates set a new course for the American coast in search of prey. Fame's Revenge, a two-masted, square-rigged vessel called a Snow, was not particularly formidable, boasting just 4 cannons and 2 mounted swivel guns, but it was powerful enough to fulfill its crew's criminal designs. Over the next few weeks, Fly and company, boastfully calling themselves gentlemen of fortune, plundered 3 merchant vessels between North Carolina and New Jersey, taking a number of prisoners along the way. The most important prisoner was William Atkinson, the former captain of the merchantman Bonetta, who had been hitching a ride to Boston on one of the now captured vessels. Since Atkinson was quite familiar with the local waters, Fly gave him a choice: either pilot Fame's Revenge to New England, or the pirates would blow his brains out. A reluctant Atkinson took up the task, and around June 12, Fly ordered him to direct the Snow to Martha's Vineyard, where the pirates hoped to get water and wood. Atkinson, however, had other plans. He purposely missed the vineyard, and Fame's Revenge was well past Nantucket before Fly realized they were off course. Incensed by Atkinson's deception, Fly threatened to kill him, but thought better of murdering his best pilot. Instead, he let Atkinson continue, ordering him to set a new heading for the waters off Nova Scotia, where the New England fishing fleet was gathered. If everything went according to plan, once there, Fly would be able to discard Fame's Revenge, a sluggish sailor, and upgrade to a better vessel, one that offered greater speed and agility. Even before he had intentionally veered off course, Atkinson had been scheming. He was eager for a chance to take the Snow, and he had shared his inchoate plan with a few of his fellow prisoners. In fact, Atkinson had often thought about what he would do if pirates took one of his own ships, and he had vowed that if he were captured, he would humor the pirates till he could see his opportunity to rise upon them. All Atkinson needed was an opening. By the morning of June 23, Fame's Revenge was on Brown's Bank, about 60 miles north of Nova Scotia, and a favorite haunt of New England fishermen in search of the mighty cod. With their black flag, the universal symbol of pirates, raised aloft, Fly and his men quietly overtook the James, a fishing schooner out of Marblehead. But Fly wanted a faster vessel, so when another promising schooner hove into view, he placed the bulk of his crew on the James to hunt it down. Fly's zeal for a faster vessel proved to be his undoing. Just 3 of his men remained on Fame's Revenge, and only one of them was fit for duty. Another was in irons on suspicion of mutiny, while the third had gotten into the liquor and was 3 sheets to the wind. At the same time, there were 15 prisoners aboard, a few of whom were unshackled. Not long after the James departed on its piratical errand, Atkinson, who was at the bow of Fame's Revenge, informed Fly that he saw another fishing vessel in the distance. Thinking that this might be the opportunity he was waiting for, Atkinson then pretended to see a few more vessels, and he excitedly told Fly that he would soon have a fleet of prizes. When Fly, who was on the quarterdeck near the stern, protested that he only saw one vessel through his spyglass, Atkinson bade him to come forward to take a closer look. In a move that proved Fly was neither a great pirate nor a good judge of men, he left his 2 loaded guns and sword on the quarterdeck as he joined Atkinson at the bow. Suspecting nothing, Fly sat on the windlass and took out his